Let us rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the July 11th MSD Pike Township School Board meeting. We'll first start off with, for the good of the cause, if there are any patrons that would like to use this platform, you have 3 minutes. You will start off by mentioning your name, and you can talk about anything for the good of the cause.
Good evening, President Anderson, Dr. Young, members of the board, Chris Luty, PCTA President. First, on behalf of the members of PCTA, I want to publicly thank you, the members of the board, along with Dr. Young, the members of his cabinet, the members of the PAC, particularly Michael Eagleson and Shauna Simmons, and especially the voters of Pike Township for making the referendum a reality. This is an investment in the children and future of Pike Township. I look forward to what we can accomplish in the next few years. Secondly, PCTA has spent the last year updating our Constitution and bylaws to bring us into the 21st century. As part of the update, we completely restructured PCTA in terms of our officer and building rep responsibilities and terms of service. The main thing you will notice is that we now have 6 officers instead of 4. You will be seeing these officers at every school board meeting throughout the year. I will continue to serve as president. Chris McBain will now be VP of Elementary. Tiara Malone from Guyan Creek Middle will be VP of Secondary. Ben Church from Snacks Crossing will be VP of Membership. Lucy Howenstein from Central will be Secretary. And Edward Kramer from Guyan Creek Middle will be our Treasurer. Thirdly, I want to continue to encourage the board to consider putting discussion between administration and PCTA into board policy, not because of the past or the present, but because of the future. There are districts who have stopped district discussion completely, Hamilton Southeastern. And while I cannot envision that happening while Dr. Young and I are in leadership roles, we also are not going to work here forever, and I think it is the right thing to do. Finally, I wanted to let everyone know that Pike High School for the 12th year is hosting the AP Tippin AP Summer Institute this week. 300 teachers, 80% of them from all over the state of Indiana, but the other 20% are from all over the country, and we even have 2 international teachers are all getting trained in a variety of AP classes. I now serve as the site coordinator for this after the retirement of Frank Drumright, and you would be proud of the number of compliments I have received about our facilities, our resources, and the cleanliness of the building. We all have reasons to be Pike proud. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, we have the adoption of the calendar of the school board meetings for the 2024. So I believe that we're going to have a motion to accept the adoption.
So moved.
Second.
We have a first and a second. We'll go ahead and go to vote. All in favor of the adoption of the calendar for the 2024-25 school board meeting calendar, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
All right, ayes carried. Thank you very much. Next, we have Spotlight on Pike, Ms. Sarah Dorsey.
Good evening. It's wonderful to see you all
Good evening.
again.
Good evening.
We have some very exciting things coming up in Pike. This Saturday is the YMCA's annual Back to School Fest. It's going to take place at the Pike Freshman Center from 11 to 1 p.m. It will feature free backpacks and school supplies giveaways, lunch, and entertainment, including bounce houses and carnival games. And so we've shared that information with our families, and we're expecting a great turnout. It's always a fabulous event. Next week, Dr. Nunley and the professional development team will present Elevate Ed, our annual summer professional development conference for teachers. So we're excited about that. Last but not least, we want to thank the Pike Township Educational Foundation for donating over $2,000 to support teachers and students at Central and Snacks Crossing Elementary School. And we also want to thank Camp Town for donating a 3-day retreat for the Pike High School football team with an estimated value of $25,000.
Thank you, Sarah. Now we don't have any reports to the board, so we'll go ahead and move on to our action items. With action item A, to accept the minutes from our June 27th meeting. Can I get a motion to accept the minutes?
So move.
I move we accept the minutes.
Second.
Have a first and a second. We'll move. Are there any questions or comments? All right, we'll move on to vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes carry. Thank you very much. Next, action item B, the approval of the board education bylaws and policies. Dr. Bishop.
Good evening, Mr. President, members of the board, Dr. Young. This evening, I seek your approval of action item B, approval of the Board of Education bylaws and policies as presented.
I move that we accept the policies and bylaws as presented.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Are there any questions or comments? All right, we'll move on to vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Ayes carry.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Bishop. Next, we have the Human Resource Report. Due to the confidentiality of the Human Resource Report, we won't entertain any questions or comments. Mr. Elmore.
Thank you. Mr. President, members of the board, Dr. Young, I ask that you approve the Human Resources Report as presented with the exception of the staff resignation effective July 8th under the certified report.
So moved.
Second.
We have a first and a second. We'll go on to vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Aye.
Ayes carry. Thank you, Mr. Elmore. All right, for action item, I'd like to combine action items D and E. Mr. Greg Foster.
Good evening, Mr. President,
Good
members of the board, Dr. Young. I'd like to present items D and E, the contracts and donations. I recommend your approval as presented.
So moved.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Are there any questions or comments? All right, we'll go on to vote for actions items D and E. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
All right, ayes carry. Thank you, Mr. Foster. All right, on to board member items, starting off with Dr. Moore.
I have nothing this evening,
All
Mr.
right.
President.
I just want to thank Camp Town again. I want to emphasize that. And they are right down the street. And I became familiar with them a couple of years ago because I was invited to one of their functions by one of their board members. And it is a great organization. The things that they do for young people, taking them outdoors, camping, and getting that connection with nature and those experiences they do. They help students do missionary work and all kinds of wonderful things. If you haven't, then Google Camp Town. It is awesome. So I do want to emphasize that donation for our students. And we are #Pike Proud.
Thank you, Ms. Lomax. Mrs. Barnes.
I just want to say that on Saturday, I will be at the Back to School Fest, helping out, volunteering. I look forward to seeing Pike families and Pike children there, having a great time, getting some school supplies, and just having good fellowship with one another. So another invitation, come on out, hang out, see me, stop by, say hi.
All right, Dr. Webster.
Nothing. Good evening to all. But I think congratulations may be in order for Mr. Nunley, who is now Dr. Nunley. Finished up his PhD, and congratulations. We certainly appreciate that. It's always good. That's all that I have. Congratulations.
Ms. Kelly.
Good evening. Again, congratulations to Dr. Nunley. And a big thank you to all the donors who continue to support our students and families that we are able to provide the things that we are able to do and provide for them. Have a great rest of the summer.
Thank you, Ms. Kelly. Dr. Young?
Well, what I was going to share has already been stated. Thank you, Dr. Webster.
I thought I'd
and
beat
Ms.
you to it,
Kelly. I
Doc.
appreciate both of you. I guess what I would add to that is I would love to see how Pike Township really stacks up when it comes to staff members with doctorate degrees. When we look at here at central office, as well as principals, the number of individuals that have doctorate degrees or are in pursuit, I would imagine has to be one of the highest, if not the highest, as far as percent-wise in the entire state of Indiana. So I would love to see what that looks like. So just really proud of the adults that take care of our children, just leading by example when it comes to being lifelong learners. So, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Young. And following, I hope that everyone is getting the rest that they need for the reset of the new school year. Is just right around the corner. Congratulations to Dr. Nunley. And also, I didn't mention last meeting to Monet in our financial department for her achievement and her certificate that she got as well. And also to Mr. Ludi, I am proud of what our teachers union has done and how you guys represent yourselves. We've come a long way, and so I appreciate the hard work that you guys have done, and so has everyone else. So with that being said, if I can get a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So move, Mr. President.
Second.
Got a first and a second. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.